Here we go. Mike, you got some on this Rick Sanchez?
Mike!
From CNN.
Hey, how you guys doing, boys?
Hey. All right. We got the audio too. Good. What do you got?
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick Sanchez used to be a head anchor here in Miami for Fox. And one day he was at one of the Dolphin games, and I guess he had a little too much to drink, and he ran over a couple people, so they shipped his ass out of Miami.
Come on.
Please tell me that's true.
Come on.
Hey, look it up. I'm not kidding you, man.
Come on.
Oh, please. Why am I happy?
I'm telling you the truth. He was a head anchor on Channel 7 in Miami, and he was at a Dolphins game, and he had a little too much beer to drink, and he ran over a couple people when he was leaving the stadium, and they just swept it under the rug and shipped his ass out of here.
Oh, fuck. Danny's looking it up right now.
Well, if he was with Fox, they probably fired him because he's with CNN now, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what happened. Well, he was with after Fox. I guess he went to MSNBC for a while, and then after that, he went to CNN.
Here's the thing that bothered me, because somebody said it might be his immigration stance, but it was obviously such a biased thing. And then even after the explanation on Joy Behar's show, which wasn't some radical, crazy explanation, it's like, why would you take the same stance when you heard the person in question explaining it?
Well, we got it. We're going to play it. Hey, thanks for that news. We got it right here.
Oh, 1990.
All right,
Mike's right. 1990, December 10th. So the anniversary's coming up.
Oh, no, he died, this guy. Jesus.
We should probably send an anniversary card to Rick Sanchez. On December 10th, 1990, Sanchez struck a pedestrian. Oh, he did a little Tom Brokaw, did he? You hear about Brokaw?
Yep.
Oh, well, Brokaw wasn't involved really in it.
We'll look into the Brokaw thing later. Jeffrey Spudzinick.
Yeah, with the car.
You read it from there, Jimmy. It's hard to read.
On December 10th, where's this from, Danny?
The Wikipedia entry.
All right, well, this is Wikipedia, so whether it's true or not, who knows? I mean, on December 10th, 1990, Sanchez struck a pedestrian, Jeff something, with his car on a residential street near Dolphin Stadium after the guy darted into the road. The guy was paralyzed and eventually died in an assisted living facility in 95. Sanchez, who had just left, I guess, an NFL football game with his father, and then in parentheses, and left the scene of the accident, was not charged with causing the accident, but was charged with and pleaded no contest to DUI. What's below that? Anything or no? Oh, well, now try to find that from a legitimate news source. That's not fucking Wikipedia.
How are you not charged with causing the accident?
Because the guy darted out in the front. Maybe
darted.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
But, again, that's not from a legitimate news source. It's Wikipedia.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it's not like he completely...
Anyone can change that.
Yeah, exactly. Could have been that guy who just called up and wants to get me sued. That was Rick Sanchez.
Well, this is how Rick Sanchez handled the Ventura thing on Friday.
This might not be true, by the way. Because Danny's Googling the guy's name and it's not coming up.
Well, Google News they don't give you results from 1990.
I don't think we have to scream at each other, Dan.
Screaming. More news coming in. Chris M. from Boston. Nasty Nestor is best known for choking Gordon Keith. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
What's that?
I don't know.
Do we Sanchez's name come up in that?
Lawyer Richard Essen.
Well, we're just doing research right now. Researching.
Indeed, when former anchor Rick Sanchez, now a CNN host, decided to plead no contest in 91 to driving under the influence and seriously injuring a pedestrian, and infuriated Essen withdrew his counsel. Oh, okay.
That's pretty serious injury, death.
Yep.
Well, he died, according to the story, the guy died like 5 years later.
Yeah.
Oh. So he was paralyzed in the accident and then died later on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5 years.
Oh, that's right. In assisted living, 95. Okay.
In hell for 5 years.
Sleep with himself now.
And God did the right thing and took him. Why don't we play the Sanchez shit from Friday? Here we go.
The former Minnesota governor, obviously, one-time pro wrestler. He's making the rounds. He's plugging his new show, Conspiracy.
I can tell this clip is going to take a few minutes to get through.
The former Minnesota governor, obviously, one-time pro wrestler. He's making the rounds. He's plugging his new show, Conspiracy Theory, on True TV, which, like CNN, full disclosure here, is owned by Time Warner. The former governor goes on a radio show earlier this week, and he spars with one of the shock jocks there.
First of all, shock jock is a great term in 1990 when you were fucking plowing into people. But, nobody says that anymore. You fucking cornball. And I'm a comedian.
And at this point, is what we do shocking or what he does?
It's not shocking.
I think it's more shocking that you're running over people leaving a fucking football game than what we say on the radio. I wouldn't use shocking ever if I was Rick Sanchez with the history he has.
Shock jocks there, which is in and of itself probably not a smart move on his part, but I digress.
Of course.
I want you to watch.
Why wouldn't that?
I want you to watch. Why do you digress?
Yeah, this is going to take some time. Why wouldn't it be a smart move? Why? We've had great interviews with a lot of great guests, and we've helped them out, and they've helped our show out.
He's a man
so what are
who
you
said
talking about, Rick Sanchez?
He's a man who said thermite paint was partially responsible for bringing down 110-story buildings, but yet it's crazy to go on this show. What should he go on legitimate news sources?
Why wouldn't it be a good idea, Rick? Do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Get him on the fucking phone.
Yeah, exactly. Could he at least talk while he's driving or drinking or whatever it is he's doing?
Why wouldn't it be a good idea? The list of people that have been on our show where we've had great, discussions.
Exactly. It's not a long one, but
I digress. I want you to watch now what happens as Ventura is all but assailed on the radio. But it just so happens to also be captured on video.
On video. Yes. It was captured on video.
Exactly.
What happened?
Hey, that was a combo platter.
Do the bit.
All right, we will.
Oh, my God.
How's the search for a job going, dummy?
How'd your parents die?
What happened?
Oh,
Oh, shit. That's terrible.
Jesse Ventura was invited to that show. It's like a pit bull.
Oh, okay. So I guess he plays the clip.
yeah.
All right. So he sets up the clip. He plays the. I bet you didn't play the whole clip, by the way, which is important too. But whatever.
No, of course he might have, but he didn't
I
play
have
the
no
whole
idea
interview.
because I didn't see it myself.
And you watched the whole interview, obviously.
So then he comes out of the clip, and that's
Yes.
what we're about to hear here. Okay.
Jesse Ventura was invited to that show. It's like a pit bull being poked with a stick.
Well, he was supposed to be invited to a game, but he was afraid there'd be too much drinking in the parking lot after. So he didn't want to go to the ball game because he was afraid somebody might drink and then plow into a pedestrian.
Yeah, Rick. I think he's safer here
Shit.
than near you while you're on the fucking road.
What happened? What happened?
Just go back inside. Your son's banging everything in sight. That's what happened.
Make the men some coffee.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we're going to be here all night.
Yeah.
Go in and get some fucking food cooked for us, will you?
Tigers in the middle of the street.
Yeah, we
some reporter ran by and hit him.
This is fucking Rick Sanchez. Come on our show. We'll explain everything to you, you dummy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
do
what
you-
he
do
said
you
wasn't so terrible. It was just
No, I know, but do you
obvious that he
understand that-
hadn't listened to the whole
Do
thing.
you understand? Jesse didn't come in here and it wasn't our intention to try to get him to swing at anybody.
Not at all.
No. But we're not pussies either. It got intense, and we go with it.
Been on the show before, first of all,
3 or
a couple
4
of
times, right?
and we always get into a heated dispute with him because we definitely don't share the same ideology. And if you listen to the clip, you'll see that it's really him that babied out on Jimmy, having basic conversations like we had in the past with the guy.
Because he keeps threatening to leave. I'm going to leave. It's like, all right, well, it's up to you.
Oh, take it
And then
easy.
we had a nice chat with him.
Well, he gets mad if people don't agree with him.
Yeah.
And I bet you did a lot of fucking interviews where people just sat back and let him, spew his horse shit.
I don't get
without being
intimidated.
challenged.
I get angry. That's what he said on the show last night I was watching. When they wouldn't let him through the gate. I don't get intimidated.
John in Houston with the instant feedback of the day. He writes, at least Jesse got up and walked away.
That's a good point.
Oh, shit. Wow, that is good. Oh. Wow. You're a shock driver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the shock jock.
Oh,
you boo.
Like a pit bull being poked by a stick or a human poked by a bumper.
Shock jock. We hurt people with words. He hurts people with his car. There's a difference, you
Exactly.
dope.
His name is the Bumper Kid.
Shit.
Because we know this has gone viral, and we knew many of you would be talking about it, we reached out and put the folks from Opie on our list.
From Opie.
Rick's list, that is.
What the fuck does that mean, you idiot?
But can you hear, like, he obviously heard that explanation, which was not, what was shocking about that explanation?
No,
We're both
my God,
guys. Because I am argumentative. I know that. He is two guys who had an argument, so what? That's all it was.
You explained it perfectly. Perfectly.
And to hear that and then still have the same douchebag, smarmy reporter thing, it doesn't make sense to me.
What's the list?
I don't know. Maybe people he owes apologies to in Florida?